Hi there, I just wanted to try out to make short videos on makeup tips that's hopefully beginner friendly. This one is my everyday makeup look, which should take 20 minutes to half an hour. It's a super matte look, suitable for mask wearing during COVID, and it shouldn't transfer on the mask as much. This might not suit mature skin types, but I hope you still might see some tips that could help you if you're wearing the mask. First step is the base using Olay Beauty Fluid. The brush I'm using is Sculpted by Amy. It's the double-ended complexion brush, and I'm just patting the moisturiser into the skin and just keep tapping it and not vigorously rubbing it, and just lightly gliding it down the face as well. Next I'm going to spritz my face with the Hydrate and Hold by Sculpted by Amy as well. Just makes the makeup last longer, holds the makeup and sets the skin as well. Then we're going to use the Carter Beauty setting powder. Usually we do this after foundation, but I'm doing it before the foundation just to make sure that the makeup stays on much longer, and if you're prone to sweating or mask wearing or even during exercise, this will help keep the moisture locked in and you won't be sweating as much either. Basically you're putting it on the T-zone where you get more oily and where you sweat the most from, basically patting it into the pores as well. And if you just sweep it off, then the powder isn't getting in, and if you tap the brush as well against your makeup palette or anything like that, the makeup gets into the brush more and then you get more powder onto your skin. Then I'm going to use the Catrice Goodbye Pores Prime and Fine. It's basically makes your skin look less poreless, and it's basically the knockoff version of the Benefit one, and it's only €5 and you can get it in pennies as well. Then I'm going to put on my under eye concealer, and this one I got from Aldi, the La Cura make, and it's just as good as any other concealer you would get normally. So I'm just going to put this under my eye, and I'm going to make a triangle under the eye and ending it at the tail of my eyebrow, and I'm concentrating especially in the inner corners where the bags are most likely to be, and then putting the leftover on the lid and then blending it in again with the double-ended complexion brush at the smaller end where you use your concealer brush. I'm also applying this on the upper corners of my lips and on my chin and along down the bridge of my nose. It apparently gives you a brighter, more facelift appearance. But we'll see after. I do think it works. Again, dabbing it with the brush and patting it all the way along. We're not dragging it, we're not being rough with it, we have to do light pressure, like feathery pressure on your face. If it doesn't feel like a feather on your face, then it's too rough and you should apply less pressure. Then we're going to start the eyes using the Inglot and Mora Glam and Glow trio, and then we're going to use the bronzer, and and then we're going to pat it into the crease and then dab it where you want it to go, and then basically use circular motions back and forth to blend out the eyeshadow, and basically just do it in the desired shape that you want it. And I basically used the dome shape for my eye shape as it's quite almond shaped. Use a nice fluffy brush like the one I have here, and again putting it where you want it to go in the crease, and basically just over the brow bone, not too high though because it will look messy and it won't look blended in properly. If you want more definition in the eyes, get a smaller, more tapered brush again and go in with your bronzer shade again and dab it on the outer third corner of your eye and blend it on the outer V triangle of your eye and blend it in with the other shade again. Again, dabbing and pressing where you want to go on the outer corner. I'm just using the highlighter shade with a flat-ended brush just to highlight the lid on my eye, basically putting it in the crease of my eye and the whole lid all together just to make my eyes pop out that little bit more, and basically tapping and gliding it a little bit all over the lid. Also, if you want to make it more stand out, you can use your fingertips as well, putting the shade on your tips and then patting it onto the centre of your eyelid so that it stands out more as well. Just make sure you put the shimmer just under where you put on your transition colours, otherwise it will just look like you have one big gold eyeball and we don't want that to happen. Spritz again for extra hold and hydration. Wait till the setting spray is fully dry and then go in with your foundation. I'm using the Catrice HD foundation. You can also get this in pennies, and it's a super matte foundation. So I'm patting this in again with my foundation brush and gliding it down on my face. We're not going in circular motions rigorously, we're just patting it all the way in. Just make sure that the setting spray is fully dry before putting it in your face. And just keep dabbing it until you don't see any patches anymore. If patches do come on again, you can put the setting spray on again and then tap it in and see if it blends out. You also don't want to forget about your neck area and your hairline area and your ears as well, so just make sure you cover all around those areas and under the nose as well. We're using the baking method with the powder. You're basically packing on the setting powder on the T-zone and where you're most likely to get oily or sweaty. Basically packing the powder in as much as you can and leaving it on for 30 seconds to a minute, allowing the powder to set into your skin. After the powder is set, you can sweep it off inwards on your face, making sure all the excess powder is swept off, and then you press it into your skin again, making sure it's set properly, and then you can move on to contouring and blusher and highlight then. Then we're going to go in with the bronzer, and we're going to manipulate the shape of the brush, and suck your cheeks in like a fish, and then go into a backwards C shape along your cheekbone at the top of your ear to the corner of your lips, and then you're going to go into the hairline around your forehead, into the cheekbone and down along the jawline like a number 3 shape. Also, don't forget to go under the chin as well, and also remember to do the hairline, otherwise there'll be a white line around your face where you haven't done your hairline. Make sure that you keep the pressure of your brush as light as a feather. If it doesn't feel like that, then apply less pressure. Now we're contouring the nose, basically just applying the brush in light circular motions on the side of the nose. Basically you're starting where your brow starts and moving down along the nose. Now we're going to highlight the top of our cheekbones. This is using Kaylee MUA's highlighting brush from her So Sue collection. We're basically going to go around the C shape, around the eye, on top of the cheekbones, and then highlighting the top of your brow bone as well, and basically going in a sweeping backwards motion. Basically this will highlight the texture of your skin and give you a healthy looking glow. You can highlight your cupid's bow as well if you want to have a nice looking for your lips as well, and also it's optional to do the tip of your nose and the bottom of your chin as well. Also, I'm going to highlight the tear ducts around my eyes just to make sure my eyes pop out a bit more. It also helps your eyes look less baggy as well. Applying blusher now to the apples of our cheeks. Make sure you smile during the step so you know exactly where to put your blusher, and we're going to tap it on and then sweep it back. I also put blusher on the bottom of my chin and the bridge of my nose to make sure there's more colour on my face and gives it more of a natural glow and colour. Using a flat-ended angle brush. Then I do my eyebrows, and then usually I just use any dark brown eyeshadow colour. We usually want to match the root of our hair as much as we can. So then basically I map out the arch of my brow first, concentrating on the end where it's darkest at the end of the brow, and then I work my way up to the first hair of my eyebrow, and then work my way back along again. And then again concentrating on the end of the brow, and then working my way up again to the first hair of the brow, making sure it's blended up properly. We're basically sketching out the brow with hair-like strokes. I'm then going to use the All the Drama Mascara by Maura Higgins and the Ink Blot collection. If you definitely want a false looking lash without using eyelashes, this is definitely the mascara to use. Basically, I'll put it on first and basically use zigzag motions along the lash line and along the lashes to give it a more full effect without making it look clumpy. Using a spoolie, if you have any mistakes on your mascara, where it falls on your cheek, wait for the mascara to dry and then lightly go across with the spoolie and pick it up with the spoolie and then pat on your foundation again. This should not make the mascara smudge on your face. And then using the spoolie again to remove any clumps from the lashes. And then we're going to put the mascara lightly on the bottom of the lashes and then spritz again for more hold and hydration. If you're looking to define your eyes a bit more, you can use your dark brown eyeshadow colour and use your angle brush to go along the bottom lash line as well, and then just line across the lash line. And then using your big fluffy eyeshadow brush, you can blend it with your light bronze colour again. Basically the first colour you used to start off with your eyes, and then blending these two darker and lighter colours together. Also, it can make your crease under your eyes and makes your eyes less baggy as well if you bring it just a bit lower on your crease. We're going to be using a matte coloured lipstick today, so first I'm going to exfoliate my lips using my toothbrush. You can use a sugar scrub if you want, but I just found it easier with your own toothbrush. Once all the dead skin cells are off your lips, you can wipe it using a wet wipe, a baby wipe or a tissue. Then you can start applying your lipstick as you normally would, just lightly building up the colour as you go along, basically using it into 4 sections on each corner of the mouth and then pressing them together. Also, it's better not to drag the lipstick on as much, and also dabbing it on to build on the colour as well. You can use your fingertips to dab off the excess colour, or even a tissue if you like. And finish off your routine by topping up with your baking powder and then finishing off with setting spray again if you like, and then your makeup should be finished.